Welcome everyone, Mate Talk time. It's so exciting to be in front of you. Now, this video here has, well, for my terms, has gone off. It's actually been over 2 days. It's done incredible views. It's really, it's expanded also the subscriber rate. So my subscriber rate was also bumped up, which is pretty exciting. Exciting for me, so anyway. So what I want to do is, I'm guessing there might be new people here in Mate Talk, and you're probably wondering, what is this about? Mate Talk is an informal time for us to connect over niche perfumery. It's something that I absolutely love, and it gives us a chance to write in your thoughts, things that you'd like to cover off, and this becomes a chance for me to speak about it on a weekly basis in a much more informal setting. For those who are new to my channel, you've probably seen there, I put quite a bit of work in the production value of the episodes. I mean, I'll give you the example. So that fragrance adventure in Kuala Lumpur, we filmed that in July, and we had done a first draft on it, and we had done quite a bit of work, but it just wasn't gelling. There was something about it. It wasn't, and I jumped on the project. I had two of my other editors jump on the project, and it's almost like we couldn't quite get the rhythm of this piece. In the end, I made the decision, scrapping it. We're gonna scrap it. I literally trashed all that work that we had done. I got some sage out and started burning some sage to remove the bad juju that was around the project, and we essentially restarted again. And what you see is the reboot, is the rethinking, I guess what I'm saying is a lot of work goes into the productions to get them right. Whereas Mate Talk, it's one continuous roll. I try to keep my brain alive so that I can keep sharing things with you guys, but it's a very informal setting. Mate, or Yerba Maté, is an Argentinian drink that we love. We drink socially. Mate is a word that we use in Australia to signify friends. So Mate Talk is a chance for you guys to grab a drink that you enjoy and becomes an informal conversation about all things niche perfumery. So on that, cheers. As Argentinians, we never say cheers, by the way. It's just, that just sort of came out. We just drink mate. If anything, we say che. We say che a lot. Che, tomate el mate, che. All right, let me keep moving. Before I move any further, I just want to tease you with this. I'll talk more about it deeper in the episode. Can you see that? Boom. Look at this. Boom. All right, so this is something that was in play for a little while. It took a while, but I'm going to tell you more about that. It's pretty exciting. I'm really happy with the way that has turned out. Today, what I want to talk about, there's a few subjects. One of them is a segment on the channel, new segment that I've started called Baby, What's Your Name? Now, the way that is meant to be said, or the way it came to my brain was, baby, what's your name? So I was channeling Barry White, think of, oh, my darling, baby, what's your name? That sort of vibe about it. Recently, I bumped into Kevin. For those who don't know Kevin, he has his own channel. Subscribe to the man. He's awesome. He loves all things niche perfumery also. He has access to Oillataguerre, glorious store here in Melbourne, and there's a lot of beautiful niche perfumes in there. And recently he said to me, he's like, bro, and actually I'll do it the way that Kevin says it because he doesn't want to offend me. So he'll go, bro, nobody says that anymore. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No one says, baby, what's your name? That's maybe in your days they would say that, but nowadays nobody says that. I'm like, yeah, well, okay. Anyway, second part to the story is I had a subscriber, Steve, Mr. Wirehead, or at Wirehead, and he wrote to me and he says, baby, what's your name? Maybe they say that in Australia, but here in Canada, nobody says that. No one says it they never said it in my day. I never said, baby, what's your name to a person I had never met. It's more tongue in cheek. The idea behind it is that Here's a fragrance that is just making you fall in love, Barry White style, you know, Madonna. I mean, I can't even do his, well, I was gonna say you need an extra something to get that level of baritone. So it's just meant to be tongue in cheek. However, these are two people now saying that people don't understand the name. So what should I call it? The idea is, or the reason for the segment is a fragrance that makes you turn your head. And I'll go one more. There is a, I guess, a theme within the fragrance community called panty droppers, and I don't like. I find it's a little bit. I just don't like it. One time, an Argentinian said to me, and I'll say it in Spanish and then I'll translate it for you. Yo no hago el sexo, yo hago el amor. And in English, it's I don't have sex or I don't do sex, I make love. And I think that's what I want. Penny droppers is a little bit on the, it's not my style, but a fragrance that makes you turn your head, a fragrance that will attract the opposite sex or someone that you might be interested in, that's what I mean, a fragrance that, I mean, I know that when I wear a fragrance and my wife goes, man, you smell good. And next, I've shared before, she buries her nose in the fragrance when she really loves it. That's what I'm talking about. Baby, what's your name? That's what I'm talking about. But again, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. What should I call the segment? I ain't gonna call it panty droppers, so I'm gonna give you a heads up on that. But should it be, I don't know, what name do you think would work? At the end of the day, it's all about, and I'll go one more, that it started with Carolina, but the idea is that I want to invite as many people as I know to blind smell. The other thing that I loved about that experience with Carolina is that sometimes we get drawn into the marketing, the bottle, the brand, but it's about the scent at the end of the day. And to blind smell, to just strip away all that marketing and just smell the fragrance, it heightened the experience. And it also made me realize how cool it is, because if you don't see that person, you just smell their trail, that mystery of them, I don't know, there's something sexy about that. And anyway, that's what the segment's about. All right, let me move on. I look forward to your comments on that. Recently, I started memberships on the channel, and I want to thank those who have jumped in. I mean, I am so appreciative of this. I was very nervous doing this in the first place. It's almost like creating a party, inviting all your friends, and nobody shows. And you're like, hello, where's my friends? You know. So I've got this beautiful channel, a lot of people who are involved, but now it's not a lot of money. But it's still you got to contribute. That's the bottom line. Now this is my plug. If you don't know how to join, this is how you do it. There's a join button. Now, one thing that I don't want to do, and I didn't want to do this is I don't want you to give me donations. All right, so that's not what it's about. It's really, I want to do something with that. And so the thing that I'm doing is, let me send you something. Now this is another one. I don't like the name, but I didn't know what else to call it. If you got any ideas, I'm open to it. So let me send you something means, tell me the fragrances that you like. I'll pick a name out of a hat at the end of every month. Those who are members, I'll send you 2 fragrances, 2 samples, and they're going to be legit samples. I'll send them across to you. One, a fragrance that you will most likely like. So tell me the sort of fragrances that you enjoy, and I'll match that with another idea. And then I'll send you a wild card, meaning something that goes under the radar, something that probably not a brand that is lesser known, but I find absolutely awesome. So let me begin. Today is the first day that we actually send out the first, let me send you something. All right, so I'm gonna do this. And what I've done, so now you should see soon. There it is. So these are all these are the subscribers, or the members, I should say. These are the members that are currently involved. Let me spin. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Boom, boom. Good luck. Whee! Now, I don't know how to say the name properly. I think it's Guilherme. I think it is Guilherme. Guilherme is from Brazil. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being a member. And I am going to ask you to send me a DM via my Instagram account. Here is the handle. If you send me a message, I'll respond to that. What I would like to know is, tell me a fragrance that you love. So what's something that you're currently enjoying, or a few fragrances that you're enjoying, and then tell me a fragrance that you love within a family. So this is the Michael Edwards wheel. These are 14 families of different style of fragrances. In that wheel, where do you like to live? Is it dry woods, aromatic? Is it more ambery, oriental fragrances? If you tell me that, I'll find 2 fragrances that you might enjoy. And then as I mentioned, if you DM me, send me your address or a postal address where I can mail those samples to, I'll send that out to you. If you're not a member, join. We'll do another raffle at the end of December, the next month. All right, let me move on. So I'm gonna be a bit controversial now, and this is a subject that always creates a bit of tension. Let me take a drink first. And it leads into the Baby What's Your Name segment, and the new segment that I just finished filming, which we're preparing, or which will go out this week, and that is fragrances for winter. So ambery, oriental style, warm fragrances. The controversy that I would want to put forward is, don't overspray. The key is, keep your fragrance a mystery. You don't want to be too loud with your perfume. I'm a big believer in only spraying 3 times. And I spray away from my face and nose. You want to minimize the amount of, I guess, molecules or scent molecules that are actually hitting your nose. Now, why do I say this? I've had a lot of people who say to me that they get nose blind. They don't smell their fragrance anymore. When I start to investigate, I find out that the reason why is because they're overspraying. They're spraying over 5 times. And 2, they're spraying around their face, their neck, their back. Someone has just walked in. It's my editor. It's all good. They're spraying around their face. And as a result, you're overstimulating your nose. You're overstimulating your brain. And what is happening is that the brain is shutting down that particular scent profile. It's saying, I get it, you've got this particular perfume, it's too much, I need to focus on what's around me, and so as a result, that perfume now is pushed away. With ambery fragrances, orientals, very heavy sort of with woods and all these sort of things, if you overspray that, you are gonna overstimulate your brain, you're gonna overstimulate your nose, and you're gonna push that fragrance away. That's part 1. Part 2, and this is something that I feel strongly about, and that is that you want the perfume to be the mystery of you. You don't want it to herald your entrance, or you don't want it to be like, you know, Marcelo is in the house. You want it to keep it like Baby What's Your Name? That scent trail that goes past, and you're like, whoa, who was that? Was that you? For me, I love it so much when I am in a group of people and we're talking, and all of a sudden somebody will go, I don't know who it is, but someone smells amazing. And very cocky, I always say, I know it's me. And others like, as if, you know. And I'm like, smell my arm. And they'll smell like, yeah, what is that perfume? That's what you want, that mystery of who was that person. So I know there are some people who are very strong believers in spraying heavily. I say, minimize it. Train your nose to pick up your fragrance. This is another reason why people like to overspray. They want to smell the perfume, and I get it. You spend good money on this. You want to know that it's present and on you, but train your nose, like anything, train your nose to know what that scent profile is. And anyway, I find that for me, that's very successful. I'm open to the conversations that will then create. So I look forward to your comments on that. Allora, the last thing, have a look at this. This is the new International Maté Talk 2022 poster. I mentioned earlier that I had that I wanted to create something to commemorate this auspicious occasion that occurred. Maté Talk 2022 was a live event that we did across the world. The whole world was involved in this. And there were some people who got up at 2 in the morning to be a part of this. It was a live event. We could talk to one another. It was all done through tech, of course, but it was such a cool event. Anyway, so I wanted to commemorate this moment in time with the poster. Have you seen, I like putting art. I love my pictures. So I've had an artist who created this design. Now, this one here is number 11 of 10. This is I guess the artist proof. This is my proof. I am having 10 others being made. So 10 of these posters are being created. They will be numbered 1 to 10, and they will be signed by me. They are gonna be, I'm gonna put them as a merchandise or retail. I'll put them on my website. So anyone who is interested in having these will be limited edition, signed copies. I will never print anymore. As I said, this is number 11 of 10, and this is gonna be my copy, and I will be selling the other 10. What is the price? I'm still working that out. It was pretty expensive to print the paper that we printed on and everything associated to it. I wanted it to be really high quality, so quite a bit of money went into it, but it is what it is. So I'll announce I'll put it on the website what the posters are going to be sold for, and those who might be interested, then yeah, you're welcome to come on in. All right, that's it. I'm done. Any questions that you have for me, please make sure you put them in the comments. Congratulations again to Guilherme, I think that's right. Congratulations to you, my friend, on winning the Let Me Send You Something. That's it. I'm going to finish. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you all on the next Maté Talk.